I started this gangster shit. And this the motherfucking thanks I get. Hello. I started this gangster shit. And this the motherfucking thanks I get.
Hey, if you like this content but haven't subscribed, what are you waiting for? Subscribe right now. Thanks. Well, what do you know? It's Comic Artist Pro Secrets, and my name is Ethan Van Sciver, 26-year veteran of the comic book industry, which is the production of goods or related services within an economy, okay? It isn't just a hangout. It's not a club for wackos. It is an industry, supposedly. I'm the world's most charming, elegant, eloquent, and yet humble man. Great big Star Wars fan, trusted member of the media, and here I am again. First video of the day is about Rob Liefeld. This is the second video over the course of 2 days, but frankly, I could have made 3. Yesterday, Rob Liefeld went out of his way to point out that he believed that DC Comics, the great DC Comics, the grandfather company of all of the entire comic book industry and hobby, was probably going to be driving over a cliff, and he was going to get popcorn to watch. Something's up with Rob. There's a bee in his bonnet about DC Comics, and I don't know what it is. But in any case, he tweeted all this stuff, and it was a lot of fun to watch him just torch that bridge. But then, okay, and that was the video, the first video I made. The second video that I didn't make but could have made, but I was too busy with the High Council last night, was Rob Liefeld destroys all of his tweets. He deletes all his tweets about DC Comics, and he announces that he's leaving Twitter. Now, I could have done that. That would be part 2. We didn't do that, but I'm letting you know that that's what happened. He did delete all of those tweets, and he said, I'm done with Twitter. No more Twitter. This is now video number 3, which is actually video number 2, okay? We missed that one. Rob Liefeld leaks DC plans for image crossover. This is management again. Jude Terror, author of this article here, Jude Terror over at Bleeding Cool. Now, Bleeding Cool has been following the developing situation. You know, it's a developing situation. It's a little like OJ in the white Bronco. You know, it's like Jude Terror is the helicopter flying over the white Bronco that is Rob Liefeld. Fleeing, doing something. We don't know what he's doing. We honestly don't know what he's doing, but it is a developing situation with superstar artist Rob Liefeld, who took to Twitter to call out DC Comics as about to drive off a cliff here real soon, and announced he was quitting Twitter. Okay, that's part 2, following the ensuing backlash. And there was people were eating him alive in the comments. They did not like Rob Liefeld talking about the end of DC Comics at all. So Rob just said, screw this. I quit. I quit Twitter. But he's still on Facebook, all right? And he used that platform, and he leaked some pretty big news. DC Comics is apparently working on a special for later this year in which the characters from Image Comics will team up with DC Comics for short stories. That is pretty. Is it big news? This would be big news 25 years ago. I don't know if it's big news now. So a few weeks back, I get a call and some text from Jim Lee. Long story short, this is a quote from Rob Liefeld. Long story short, he asked if I'd be interested in bringing some of my extreme characters over to DC Comics for a special that would come as soon as the end of the year, where Image characters team up in a bunch of short stories with DC Comics characters, Liefeld casually revealed. I said I'd consider it, and that's it. Nothing else. I assume as of this week, it was still in play. So, oh my God. All right, so apparently what happened here is people are saying, Rob, you're just mad at DC Comics. Here's what's happening. People are saying, Rob, you're just mad at DC Comics because in 2012, you burned your bridges at DC. You went out just firing rockets at the company, and he did. I mean, it was a pretty big deal. And now that's why you're celebrating DC Comics' current troubles. And that's why, because you don't care. You have nothing to lose. You have no stakes in it. And Rob just casually reveals that, no, they reached out for me for this big, enormous mega event that DC's planning. And, so, phooey on you, DC Comics and I are still friends. This is absolutely unbelievable. This is unreal. Liefeld claimed that he's revealing the existence of the crossover between Image and DC, a massively big deal, and one that hasn't been announced by DC, hasn't even been leaked. I didn't hear about this from anyone because he didn't care about the effects one iota. The effects. He spelled the effects. It's actually EFF. Okay, so he spelled it wrong. 1 iota when I expressed that I think DC Comics should get new management. So again, he's bragging. Nah, they want me. I don't care. When I say that everybody over there should get fired and they should hire new people, it's not because I am worried that, or I think that I'll never work there again, or they don't care about me. I don't care one bit. He says, I don't speak my mind nearly enough. We all used to talk more openly, but everyone fears ramifications now, Liefeld continued. I just like a DC comic company that reflects the one that I grew up in, with the one that produced Camelot 3000, Brian Boland. Fantastic. Watchmen, Dark Knight, New Titans. And he says, I'm not intimidated. I'll express it. That's just my opinion. I expressed it because I don't care the fallout. Rob's tweets are missing words. I mean, they're missing words. It's interesting. I don't care, and there are misspellings. I don't care if there is an Image Comics, DC Comics special, and I'm left out as a result. Like, seriously, get out of here with that, he says. Like, seriously, get out of here with that, okay? In addition, this is interesting. I kind of do agree. He's right about one thing, definitely. Everyone does fear ramifications. The industry is shrinking. The industry used to be the polar ice caps, and they're shrinking, and they're melting away. And all of the polar bears who are comic pros, comic professionals, freelancers, editors, everyone who works in and depends on the comic book industry for sustenance, they're all kind of moving tighter together as the iceberg shrinks and melts. As it declines in size, everyone's getting closer. Some people are falling off into the icy cold sea, and everyone's getting grouchy about it. Okay, because there's just not enough room for everyone anymore, and people realize that eventually everyone is going to be swimming. Everyone's going to be in the water. So, how do you keep your position? How do you keep your spot? That is the question. You keep your mouth shut. Everyone's afraid. Rob Liefeld is saying, I ain't afraid of nothing. And maybe he isn't. I don't know Rob's finances at all, but I know that he created some of the biggest characters that are in movies right now, and maybe he's doing very well and couldn't give a darn. I don't know. He says, in addition to the DC Image crossover, Liefeld also revealed that he's been in discussions with DC over the past year about a Thundar the Barbarian comic, which he presumably sarcastically called a real barn burner of a property, right? Thundar was created by Jack Kirby. I don't know. I mean, just because Thundar was created by Jack Kirby, honestly, doesn't mean much. Jack Kirby was churning out Hanna-Barbera properties, just like 10 a day back then. Just like I'm being paid by the idea. He just sat down and he created a lot of stuff. Most of it, I'm sure, was pure garbage. Some of it actually made it onto the TV. So Thundar the Barbarian was one of those that made it onto the TV. I remember it fondly, but no, I don't want to draw it either. But that went nowhere fast many months back, he added. They always bring up Hawk and Dove to me, but I decline. Anyway, I got to get back to making comics. Happy Comic Book Day, says Rob. After utterly destroying DC's secret plan, he says, Happy Comic Book Day. I got to get back to making comics. I got to stop ruining all of the secret meetings that I've had with DC and people offer me stuff. So it looks like Liefeld has no plans to stop poking the bear at DC Comics, even if he won't be doing it on Twitter anymore. He said no more Twitter. I'm moving on to wreak havoc over on Facebook now. Though he has posted 2 tweets since announcing he would be Instagram exclusive anyway, both responding to people mocking his tweet about quitting Twitter. Obviously, and here he is. Here's... Sorry. Oh, it's just fantastic. And meanwhile, Rob is participating and celebrating the 10-year anniversary of Kickstarter by having a campaign that's 5 years late and hasn't been delivered yet. This is Brigade Returns, and it was supposed to be out October of 2013. That's estimated October of 2013. Sometimes we fall short, all right? Sometimes we fall short of our estimated delivery time. I certainly know that. I certainly understand how much more complicated it is to deliver a comic book and all of the perks than one would even think. Hopefully not 5 years worth. Now he did raise $35,343 here, and some people are starting to complain, but I think they're complaining even more. Where's the comments section here? Oh, right here. 549 comments. Rob is keeping positive about all of this, and that's what I like. Rob sees the sunny side of everything. I mean, this guy's like, hey, thanks for the refund. It only took 2 years and more than 40 posts, emails, and tweets to get it. My refund was also sent as a PayPal payment, so I had to pay the PayPal fees because, of course, you screwed that up too. After the way I was treated with this project, I will never buy anything with your name on it again, and will make sure I mention how you've treated your fans during this debacle every chance I get. And Rob, sunny side of life, thank you for your support and for inspiring me. Yeah, it's inspiration. And at this point, a lot of people are asking for refunds, and he's delivering them. He's saying, have you received a refund? You're refunded, you're refunded, you're refunded, you're refunded. Enjoy no longer being part of the campaign. You're refunded, refunded. Thank you, thank you. A lot of refunds are going out at this point. And then, of course, this was Kickstarter. He did try to bring it over to Indiegogo as well. Here's Brigade in demand on Indiegogo. Same exact campaign, started December of this past year, December 2018. Rob raised just $5,156, and we're still waiting. I mean, they're waiting on this book. I don't know, and people also are getting a little edgy on this. But we're watching. We'll continue to watch Rob Liefeld do what he's doing, which is to go to war against DC Comics, and Bleeding Cool promises. Jude Terror of Bleeding Cool promises to continue chronicling this debacle. Jude Terror. Godspeed. I don't know. Godspeed. This is very interesting. It's very entertaining. And, of course, I will make videos and bring them to you guys as well if I see anything else. And if you guys see anything that you want to send my way, obviously do send me tips on Twitter at Ethan Van Sciver. If you haven't yet subscribed to this channel, please do subscribe and hit the bell for notifications. Also, back Cyberfrog Blood Honey. That's going to print. I'm going to a meeting today. I just got the trading cards shipped off to the printer. We're wrapping up all the insides of the comic book itself. All the extra features are going in today. Meeting at 3 o'clock. Get that done. Get that thing off to the printer so you guys will have that thing in your hands in July. I cannot wait. I'm so excited about it. And thank you guys for your support of Cyberfrog. It's not too late. If you haven't backed it yet, you can still do it. The link is in the description. Also, back Cyberfrog Vampirella, the variant cover. That link is in the description as well. All of these campaigns are going to be fulfilled to you within the next month to 6 weeks. So I hope you're as excited as I am. I cannot wait to hold the Cyberfrog comic, the shiny Cyberfrog comic, in my hands. All right, guys, I'll make another video in a second. See you later. Hey, I got a P.O. box. Want to send me some mail? Send it to Ethan Van Sciver, P.O. Box 607, Marlton, New Jersey, 08053. And I'll probably open it up on a live stream. Thanks very much, everyone. Hey, you want to follow me on Twitter? Are you sure? Well, if so, I'm at Ethan Van Sciver. That's at Ethan Van Sciver. See you there. Hello, potential Indiegogo backers. Hello, friends. My name is Ethan Van Sciver. I'm a comic book creator who worked for 20 years for Marvel and DC Comics on books like Green Lantern, Flash, Superman, Batman, and X-Men. But before that, I had a comic book called Cyberfrog. Now, Cyberfrog lasted from 1993 to 1998, and then it stopped when I went to go work for DC Comics. Now I want to tell the story of where Cyberfrog has been for the last 20 years. I want to write, pencil, ink a book called Cyberfrog Blood Honey that tells the story of gigantic alien hornets that come to Earth and conquer it, sending Cyberfrog into deep hibernation, where he emerges now in the year 2018 into a completely alternate reality, a new world where these hornets have taken over, devastated humanity, using human skin to make gigantic wasp hives, and harvesting human blood to make honey to feed their young. Very few humans still exist. But it's up to Cyberfrog to save what's left of humanity and turn back the damage that's been done by these wasps with his brother Salamandroid and his friend Heather Swain. I want you to help me do this. We're going to get colors by Kyle Ritter. He's a fantastic colorist, and he's going to make this book sing. I'd like this to be a 48-page one-shot prestige format, part 1 of 4. So I'm asking you to help me launch the very first Cyberfrog Blood Honey epic graphic novel. Are you in? Will you help me? I hope so. Let's get this frog jumping again. If you enjoyed this video and want to become part of this community, subscribe to this channel by clicking the laughing man face logo right on your screen. Ring the bell for notifications as well. You'll never miss a live chat. And stay tuned, another video by Comic Artist Pro Secrets is coming right up.